My bad. Sorry about that. Thank you. Dear Lord. Thank you. Yeah, still trying to wake up. I haven't even had my coffee yet. It's right here. You like my Vincent Van Gogh cup? I'm just having the rest of this shit. I gotta put cream of wheat on the list. All right, put that away. No, I don't want you having that one. Leave it alone. Put that all away. That's that. Oh yeah. What's up, dog? Man, it's hot. Oh, I had the sickest dream. Let's get my dream journal because I'm gonna write it down too. Oh, I had a dream that I was in this video game, literally in a video game, and Shando was in it. And I had to use like a console command to escape this guy who was chasing me, this bad guy who was chasing me. I ended up hiding in this weird closet, and that was it. I was woken up from it though, because the other dog already had to go potty, and I'm the only one who bothers to answer to that. And Shando also followed suit, so yeah, that's good. That's fine. I usually try to get him to go to the bathroom before I go to bed, but it is what it is, you know. You gotta go, you gotta go. But I was like, oh, that's a pity. I was having such a good dream. I was having such a good dream, man. Nah, it's okay. Dreams get interrupted all the time. It could be anything. But man, I haven't been dreaming much since I, you know, like while I was doing weed and smoking weed, and now I'm getting back into having dreams, and that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying that. Like, wow, it's been so long. I've had 3 dreams so far over the course of the past, I mean, I stopped smoking at like, seems like 2 weeks now, maybe. Maybe even longer. I haven't been really keeping track. Hmm? Oh, dear Lord. So, you know, I'm not going to be answering to any bullshit, okay? I'm not going to be answering to any bullshit. I'm going to be eating some beets. Hey, American Patriot Man, how are you doing? Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. You know, someone once told me I have very small ears. I don't know. I know that ears grow as you age. It's one of those things like your nose does grow as you age. But yeah, don't I have tiny ears? Yeah. Actually, I always thought bigger ears were cuter. Bigger kind of mouse ears that slightly stick out. My sister's kid has stick out ears, and I think he's the cutest thing ever. Oh yeah. I had a dream when Shando was in it, and we were both in a video game running from this bad guy, and I used a console command, T-detect. You know, the one that turns off detection mode so that the NPCs can't see you. I turned on that console command and was able to escape. So that was pretty funny. Yeah. I'll write down that dream. Actually, I don't have to write it down now. I just need to be reminded to do it later. You know, because you're just going to see me. Just kind of quiet. Oh, yeah. By the way, I have an appointment at 2, so that's when we're going to end this live stream, at least. Ooh, I think some copper would look good here. Oh. Okay, the acne's looking a lot better. I think this butt cream helps a lot. I think it actually does help a lot. It shrinks it. In fact, I feel like that's all I need. I don't need to buy all that other crap. And vitamin C is pretty good for you. I like vitamin C, but when I'm breaking out, if I apply too many products to my skin, it tends to get worse. You know, kind of irritates the blemish. Doesn't let the skin breathe as much, I think. Letting it, it's like it needs to dry out in order to shrink. I'm no dermatologist, guys, but this is some skin repairing creams, so it treats, prevents, and soothes. And it's fragrance free. I'm not sponsoring them, by the way. I seem like I am. Maybe I will in my next video, my short. Or, yeah, I'll tag them in a short or something. Hey, don't tell me what to do. You know, that's not the right way to get someone to quit anything. Stop! You know? It's vaping, by the way. It's not smoking. Just so you know. It's 5% nicotine. And I know it's not good for you, but it's, damage control, my friend. And you know what else is bad for me? The meds that are prescribed to me. But it's damage control to prevent me from going off and using the H that I was doing for 6 years. Heroin. Nearly ruined my whole life. And in fact, you know, I could file a lawsuit for the fact that they don't tell you when they prescribe Suboxone to you. They don't tell you that it's bad for your teeth, man. Like, they don't even tell you it's bad for your teeth, let alone that it rots and decays them over the course of between 2 weeks to 2 years, man. The onset could happen any time between then. I mean, I'm at least fortunate that it started in 2021, because then I can file a lawsuit. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't, just because your doctor doesn't tell you. Because even when I started treatment again, the second time I attempted to recover in 2023, like, no one told me it was bad for my teeth then either. Same deal, man. Just complete ignorance. Yeah, so I feel like something really has to be done about that. I'm gonna talk to my dad in depth about that, because he knows a thing or two. Yeah. It's a pity. Hair growth gummies. I'm not sponsoring these right now. I'm just having my morning supplements for health and vitality. Have I been homeless? Sheesh, no. But my best friend was. Yeah, my dad wouldn't let me go homeless. Even if I wanted to, he wouldn't let it happen. So I'm fortunate in that regard. Yeah, my dad wouldn't let it happen. No, I'm trying to hustle as much as I can with what I have, and I'm giving this my all because it could get really big, man. Like, I could reach a lot of people and it could become a full-time job. It is practically a full-time job. I'm just, you know, just starting basically. I started doing these live streams in mid-January and did really well in February. And I don't think that was just because it was my birthday, because my birthday was at the very end of February, you know. I wasn't saying like it's my birthday this month every single time I live stream. Like I didn't say that. But like, yeah, I don't know why February did so well. We're kind of, you know, staying kind of, you know, the same, if not slightly, like 5% lower in the subscribers, but we're doing better in every other regard. But yeah, I'm just really hoping to take off a little more. No, I didn't even have a shower yesterday, I don't think. Or no, I didn't the day before. I was like, every other day I'll skip it, but most days I do. I don't always wash my hair though, because I don't think it's that good for your hair to always wash it. He is a good, my dad is a good guy. He's really struggling though, like, wish he wouldn't enable certain things, you know? That's the thing. That's his only real downfall, is that he enables bad things to happen. He just expects everyone to be hunky-dory, but that doesn't work out that way when you have narcissists around, you know? But I better not get into that. Yeah, it's not a good idea. I'll try not to get too personal. Think before I speak. That's the thing about live streaming, like, it's hard not to share too much sometimes, you know? Overshare. I mean, this channel, we should stay focused. We're all about recovery. We're all about getting better. And, yeah, I mean, I would love to move out, have my own place, and have my own studio, like an actual room that's just for the studio exclusively, with neon light in the background, with maybe my channel's name, and that'd be so cool. I'm doing well, Gary. How are you? I was addicted to heroin for 6 years, Dan. 6 years. And I've been clean for 3 now. 3 years now. Chando's sleeping in the bed. My sweet boy. He's so camera shy, guys. I try to make a cute video of him, then he just turns his head and gives me the absolute most obvious side eye. Not even funny, dude. Actually, it's hilarious, but my boy. Giving me the side eye. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Radar Crew. Yes. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I'm living with my family right now. Yeah, you know. I just wish that some people would help out a little more with chores and stuff. It's too much for me to handle. We live in a 2-story house, and it gets messed up like instantly. As soon as I mop the floor, instant. And that's because we have a muddy backyard and dogs, so that's understandable. But what I don't like is when people leave dishes in their rooms and let them get hardened, if not even like, God, it's gross. Like, I wouldn't be able to stand that. But there's a lot of, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna overshare anymore. There's grief. I'll leave it at that. There's grief. So, I'm really trying to move on, man. I'm trying so hard to move on. And that's, you know, part of recovery too. Can't let myself get into that pits, that cesspit, because that's gonna make me feel like lose hope and feel like there's no point in even getting better. You know, I'm not gonna deceive myself by thinking that I'm like invincible. You know, a lot of us think we're invincible, that we're perfect, or that we can handle it. And honestly, if you're struggling with addiction, you should get some help. I wasn't able to help myself, you know, when I was in the thick of it. Gosh, it ran really deep. I just could not do it by myself. I tried. That's the reason why I failed. It's because I tried to do it alone. You know, we don't know everything, man. We don't. And even if the person who's helping us doesn't necessarily know everything either, they just want us to be happy. You know, at least they can see that. They can see that we're very unhappy and that we're endangering ourselves. They see that clearly enough, and I'm sure we do too. But sometimes we don't care, or we become a little blinded to the severity of it. We make excuses. We make the situation lighten the situation. Make it, you know, we don't take it as seriously as it should be taken, because we want to just keep using, and it's, yeah, dangerous. Faith is important too, man. Yeah, I have faith. Yes, I was agnostic for a long time. Got that a little bit in my eye too much. Yeah, I was agnostic for a pretty long time, and I regained my faith, and yeah, I don't like to preach to people, but I do like to read the Bible on my channel sometimes. I like to read other books too. You know what? I don't like it when people, you know, bash Christians. I just think that's so classless. You know, I mean, I don't go around bashing agnostics or atheists or people of other religions. I don't do that at all. But it's funny how I feel like you could get taken down for bashing any other religion, but if you're to bash Christianity, your channel probably wouldn't get taken down, because I see it happen all the time. Like, and at one point, I don't know about today necessarily, but actually it's probably that way still, like in certain places. It's like cool to bash Christians, and you know, and I just think that's really cringe. I'll tell you what's also cringe though: ignorance, and acting like, you know, all Christians are out there to be hypocrites, essentially. There are hypocrites, though. Don't get it twisted. There are hypocrites, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves. Like, for instance, like Michelle McDaniels, she was talking about, you know who she is. She's all into like fitness and all that, and she likes a lot of the things I like too, like cartoons and dolls and such. Anywho, and muscles. Anywho, so she's just, you know, a little negative towards Christians, which is, you know, but I agree with her in the sense that, like, she talks about people who do something terrible, like really bad, or like R word, or just, I forget exactly what they've done, but they're very depraved things that people do, that certain people do. ABUSC. Well, these people, they get their channel taken down, and then they come back to YouTube with a new channel, and it becomes like a Christian channel. Oh, I'm redeemed, and you know, and they're just trying to get clout. You know, they're not praying for anything but more viewers, essentially. And I just think that gives Christians like a bad name, because you hear so many people just bad mouthing Christians in general, rather than just criticizing these bad people here for using God's name, for using Christ's name for nefarious purposes. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that's just terrible, man. I just don't, it just doesn't sit right with me. Because people start generalizing and thinking that's the way Christians are, just all hypocrites, all, all greedy. They all don't, never practice what they preach. And actually, it's the Bible warned against people just like that. Like people who use his name for bad purposes, false prophets, you name it. There's a lot of ignoramus going on. I think we might be living in the end times, man, because there are a few things that make me wonder. Just look up the children of Medjugorje, man. That's pretty trippy, because some of the things that Our Lady, some of the predictions, some of the secrets that Our Lady disclosed to them are coming true. Such as a lot of Jews converting to Christianity, a lot of that's happening. I'll have to see what else, but I haven't really been going into it very much lately, but that was one thing that was mentioned. Kind of trippy. Thanks. Amen. Good insight. Those who know the love of Jesus and his grace, easy yoke, have true peace. I stay strong in our Lord. He is our strength in this world. Without him, life is miserable and meaningless. Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely felt very lonely without him, I'll have to say. I have to admit. I was essentially shamed out of my religion, by my ex. Again, you know what? Here's the thing. I might talk about some personal things, but I never name drop anyone. I never mention anyone by name. That's not who I am. In fact, I would rather I didn't even say anything. But since I wear my heart on my sleeves and things are sort of interconnected, like certain things led to my addiction as well. Like it was one thing after another. And I'll just say one of the catalysts was my grandmother's death. Like, I loved her. And I felt so lonely without her. I just fell in with the wrong crowd. I felt so lonely without her. Mm. We have some really good jalapeno sausages, and they're actually beef. They're made of premium beef and jalapeno, and they don't have any nitrates in them. But I heard that celery powder is a nitrate. And there's celery powder. They list celery powder and don't tell you that it's a nitrate because it sounds healthy. They expect you to think it's a healthy ingredient, but actually it's supposedly, I'll look it up. Let's make sure that I'm not spreading misinformation and fake news. But let's read some American Indian myths and legends too. Yeah, that's some fun stuff. Very short stories, man. Like 2 pages tops, practically. But let's see. Dang it. Light shining right in my face. Huh? Because God performs miracles, man. That's why. I mean, maybe you should look into it from a Catholic's perspective or Christian's perspective in general. Thank you, Snow. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Uh-oh, my PC did not start correctly. Come on. What's going on here? What's going on? Oh, that's very strange. Oh, no, okay. I'll restart it. Huh. Now I forgot what I was going to look up. Dang, I hate it when that happens. Harambe. I have to say, even though that's a very sad story, what happened to that gorilla, the jokes were hilarious. I mean, I feel like it's like I'm going to hell now, but it's like, I couldn't help but chuckle a little bit when my brother was making jokes. Yes, that's definitely not true. Not all Christians are like that. Moreover, we have a very impoverished view of what it means to be a Christian nowadays. I agree, absolutely, absolutely. And that was also predicted that, like, Christians would be persecuted and um, decimated, and that we would have to suffer with people bullying us constantly, so to speak, for lack of a better word. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'd be a good public speaker, man. I'd freeze up. I stutter when I'm nervous. I my mind will go blank. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm glad you didn't see me in college. In certain presentations were really embarrassing. When I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. When I knew what I was talking about and I was enthusiastic about what I was talking about, it wasn't bad. But like, don't make me do it again. Okay, is this thing not working? Why is this thing? Oh, there we go. Anyone even remember what I was gonna look up? I don't. Thanks, guys. Thank you for defending me, guys, against this, looks like an incel, probably an incel, talks like an incel, probably walks like an incel, probably an incel. Walks, talks, and acts like an incel, acts like an incel. Not dealing with that crap. Or not listening to it. Not taking it seriously. I can't even imagine what people would be saying to me if my voice was as deep as Miley Cyrus's voice. I'm proud of my strong jaw, and you can suck it. You can suck eggs. Ha ha ha. Whoa, oh yeah, I'm gonna share my info here. So. Ooh. Oh no, the internet's hot Cheeto queen is in trouble again. Whatever will we do? Whatever will we do? Sometimes I can't talk. See, I couldn't be a public speaker, dude. I get bullied and torn apart so much. People are mean, and judgy. Mm. Hi. Welcome to the channel, y'all. I'm glad we got an early start. I always feel like I sleep so much better if I've had a dream, It's like that's knowing that my REM sleep has been replenished. Oh, yes. Cool. I wish that the copyright on YouTube wasn't so anal, Wouldn't that be cool? Well. I mean, they have to have some restrictions, some to prevent people stealing other people's work, but does it have to be this, like, strict when it's super obvious that the work doesn't belong to the person who's sharing it. Like, there, I mean, here's the thing. I feel like it would be fine if people cited it with all the sources, you know, just list down all the sources in the description. You know what I mean? Like you would if you were writing an essay and using people's sources to write your essay. I feel like it should be like that, you know? But oh well. That would make sense to me, but right? I know. It's ridiculous. Why are they so anal glandish about it? Hey, Flexa. Okay, let's see here. Our Instagram. If anyone wants to see some weird videos from me, I guess you have to follow my Discord. I can post some if you'd like. I don't get on my Discord as much as I should. I will do that more. Let's see. Hello, Heather. Okay. Drive safe, man. Drive safe. Don't let me get you into a wreck. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Okay, so this cold. old underscore wing underscore 13473. I'm multitasking. Yes, I am kind of multitasking here a little bit. I need more coffee, don't I? Yes, I do. I say so. I'm gonna go make more coffee. Coffee. Where did I put that coffee cup? Oops. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's make some coffee, yeah? So, make myself some coffee and look at my boy. Guten Morgen, buddy. Hi there. I love you with all my heart. Yes, I do. Turn on. Yes. Yes, of course. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a sweet kiss? Okay. Okay. I love you. Yes. Oh, yes, I do. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Giving me kisses. It's okay. Oh, baby, yeah. I love you with all my heart. Oh, my goodness. Okay. You like that butt cream? Oh, no, Shando, it's okay. It's fine. You're very soft and very sweet. Velvety forehead. I love you. Yeah, you shy? Are you shy? You don't. He does this to my hand. He holds it down with his paw so that I can't leave. Okay, buddy, I gotta go make myself some more coffee. Okay. Oh, that face, man. That face. Oh, I know. Hi, look. Look. Okay. That fresh air sure feels good. Oh my goodness, puppy breaths. Okay, I'm gonna move. Okay. Make myself some coffee. Put my bowl away. Cause I'm not a filthy animal. Okay. My boy. I'm proud of you, son. You're a soldier, my boy. Coffee, 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 coffee. Coffee. Wake up. Or 2. Wake up 10, between 10 and 5 minutes, but before 2. Uh-oh. That's annoying. Should have just let you guys wait in my room for a moment. Sorry about that. Connection went out, down. Our router setup is kind of wonky around here. We got one downstairs and one upstairs for some reason, I guess. Okay, there goes my coffee. And then we're gonna have to adjust that again once we go into my room, but it's okay. Don't know why I even brought this with me, but one sec. I'm back. Told you I'd be back. Don't lose faith. Man of little faith. Wowzers, trousers. Check out my strong magnets here. Oh dear. Now, do people usually not show their refrigerators or what? How's our connection now? We good? We good now? Good, good. Sehr gut. Look how strong these magnets are. I can hardly even pull them apart, guys. I mean, yeah. You're supposed to set these on your wall. I have some screws that come with them. And yeah, it's like you just put your tools on them. Like, that's pretty cool, huh? Should get a whole bunch of these and organize all the magnetic stuff I have on them. God, I can't do it, man. Like, fuck, that is... Sorry, excuse my French. I cannot... Strength. So strong. These are very strong, dude. Do you have any of these magnets? Anyone have magnets like these? I love magnets. God damn. Like, I need a tool to pull this apart, man. This is way too stuck. Let's see, I gotta slide them there. Gotta kind of slide them apart. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, there we go. Look. Oh, yeah. Okay. Watch this. Watch this magnet. Watch this magnet. Hey! Yeah, it's like I'm afraid it's gonna eat my finger. Another magnet helps? Okay. That's the opposite side. There we go. Hey! Woo! That is so much fun. I love magnets so much. But we don't want them anywhere near my electronics. That would not be good, I don't think. Oh my goodness, that's strong. Strong. I don't think it's good to have it anywhere near my computer. Damn, I mean, anywhere near my laptop, I mean. Over there, it's fine. Y2K buzz magnets. Oh, nice. Cool. How strong are those magnets really? Are they the strongest, or are they kind of weak, or what? The ones that looked exactly like the emoji you have there? Yeah. Be right back and see if my coffee's done, so. Keep an eye on my boy. Gotta get my coffee. angels. Honey bears. I love you at home. My heart. Just the jowls. You have the jowls to prove it. You smell like puppy breath. Snickerboo balls. Snickerboo balls. How's those ears looking? Are the ears looking healthy? Good. Good. How's this hair looking? Good. You should still apply the medicine for preventative measures. I know you don't like it. You won't do it right now since you're very comfortable and relaxed. I know, you know, I gotta wipe my dog's butt. And you know what? He really cooperates with that. TMI, I know. But I'm just saying, like with everything else, you know, he's been better about letting me wash his paws, though. Try washing his paws before we get into bed, and he really does cooperate with that. More than usual. And that's saying something. Like, usually he's just like, like I try to lift his paw, and he's just like jumping around like I bashed it in or something. It's like, dude, you know how when someone stubs their toe and they jump up and down like a cartoon character? That's how he acts when I try to wash his paw. I really, you know, try to get him as comfortable as I can, but it's almost futile. So difficult to do. My hair's looking so much better. I got ADD. Someone's got ADD. I don't know, man. Well, like, I mean, Shanda will get angry at me if I ignore him, or not ignore him necessarily, but if I'm paying attention to something else for too long. Hey, look at my bear. Isn't that cute? Let's see if he sticks to the magnet. My friend gave this good luck charm to me. It's a bear. Okay, I don't think it's magnetic, actually. No, well, maybe slightly. It's got a, oh yeah, maybe it has a little bit of metal in it. Actually, I don't think so. Huh. Yeah. Okay, it feels like it has some attraction in it. It's a teeny tiny bit of metal, probably, not much. But ain't he cute? Ain't he cutie? He doesn't really stick to that thing either. Well, yeah, he's not that magnetic. He's probably got like points, I mean, 0.00000.1%. That didn't even make sense. But yeah, he doesn't have very much. Probably like aluminum or something, I don't know, or spray painted. Yeah, you're funny. Right? They got so many guys got so triggered by International Women's Day and were just here to bully me for being a woman, which is weird because it's the same guys who'd probably go around calling me a man. It's just, wow. Wowzers, trousers. The cringe was just off the charts yesterday. People say that. People say I look like Sarah Connor. It's funny. I take that as a compliment. She's cool looking. She's pretty cool looking. Well, thank you, Jake. Aw. Yes. I don't know what we'd do without dogs, guys, or how our species would survive without dogs. Dogs have been an absolute treasure to us all. and such a good resource in terms of helping us survive and hunt and protect us and all that. I don't know. I mean, what other animals would we have domesticated if dogs didn't exist? We would have domesticated a different animal probably, but what other type of dog could we have domesticated other than dogs to protect and to hunt and to do all these things that dogs have done? Herd, you know. Dogs are like a living tool, man. They're very useful. No, you're more than a tool, Shannon. You're not a tool, buddy. You're a friend. I was a heroin addict. And, yeah. I really wasn't addicted to anything before that at that point. I was just a heroin addict. Heroin addict. In fact, I wasn't even really addicted to cigarettes until early on in my heroin addiction, because people around me started smoking all the time. At my work, they're smoking all the time, and I just, asked for one, and I, liked it. Which is stupid, man. I shouldn't have given in to peer pressure. Or, just curiosity killed the cat, so to speak. Man. Man, I wish I made $700 a day. Don't we all? Thank you. Well, yeah, that's what this channel's about. It's about talking about recovering from our addictions and changing our bad habits to good habits. It takes about a month to change a bad habit, I think. Let me look that up. How long does it take to change a habit? To a bad habit or a good habit? Because that's just something I heard, which means that, I need to look more into it to see if they've changed their mind on that. Changing a habit typically takes an average of 66 days to become automatic. The research shows a wide range of 18 to 254 days, depending on the individual. That's very important, and the individual, and the complexity of the behavior. Oh, absolutely. While a 21-day myth is popular, it's a myth. Okay, I was wondering. Most habits require at least 2 months to stick. So keep going, guys. You get stronger. You get way stronger when you change your bad habits to good habits. Absolutely. I have to address something. Takes an average of 22 days to start a habit, but getting rid of the habit can take years depending on the individual and the habit. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see. How long does it take to start a habit? Maybe I should play some Skyrim later or something on my live stream. It takes an average of 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic, with a wide range of 18 to... Okay, I just read that. Let's see. Okay. It depends on the activity and the individual. But yeah, I would say. I mean, yeah, after 2 months, you certainly feel a lot better after quitting a bad habit. Just want to see if I have any chia seeds stuck in my teeth. Feels like there's a chia seed stuck in there or something. After I have this coffee, I'll wait 10 minutes and then go brush my teeth. Apparently, you're not supposed to brush your teeth right after you eat or right after you have a cup of coffee, because it's like you're brushing it into your enamel, I guess. You kind of got to let the saliva wash it off a little bit first. A little. Seriously, head of the table? Man, that had to be hard on you. I'm really sorry that happened to you, man. Rinse with water. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. In fact, I'll get my water right now. It's on my bedside table. I should have it. Whoa, right here. I'm dropping my books. Okay. You're such an angel, Chandler. You like the soft things. Yes. It's one of those old things. I got this from work. See that? I wonder how old this is. It could be from the 60s or something. Is this like the Lollipop Guild or something? He's got a lollipop and he's got a weird Willy Wonka looking haircut. Or, no, that would be the Wizard of Oz. Looks like the Wizard of Oz to me. I gotta get more water. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I know I always have been let going. Ooh, yeah. Your hair's supposed to be slightly damp when you apply this stuff. I love it. It's got argan oil and some other type of oil, I forget. It's called. It's not one I'm all that familiar with, but it's lovely. It smells like gardenia. It's like you don't really need to wear perfume with this stuff. I love it so much. I'm not sponsoring. I'm just saying, like, this is an absolute staple. Gosh, I wish you guys could have seen how my hair used to look when I tried to grow it out. It looks a lot better now. It's so satisfying to see it looking better. Encourages me to let it grow out even more, because it used to grow out a little bit just wispy, stringy, you know. And I can see why. Like when I was a teenager, I had an eating disorder. You know, I eat really healthy and I exercise, and you know, used to have no muscles. I still swear the triple moisture Neutrogena they canceled was the best. Oh, I got like $99 offers for the half-used bottle I have in my stash. Really? Dude, seriously. That's amazing. They should... Well, why wouldn't they sell that if it's so good, you know? If people want to buy it. They could make some money off of that if they continue to sell that stuff, then that doesn't make sense to me why they stop selling certain things that are like super popular still. If it hasn't lost its value and people love it, then continue, you know? It's like, continue to make money off of it. It doesn't make any sense why someone would stop selling that then. Oh, yeah. Want to get any hair in my coffee? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get my, I don't know how effective these are exactly, but I mean, since it was free, I'm not gonna like just let it sit around and collect dust. I'm gonna use it. I mean, especially if I were to buy it actually, but still, it's nice that I got it for free. You know what? I gotta get one of my wet wipes and kind of wash that a bit. Wowzers. Just want to kind of clean that up a bit before I comb my hair with it. Oh, yeah. Actually, that makes it a lot easier to clean. I can just take that part off. That's pretty cool. Yep. Yeah. It outperformed the expensive stuff. They wanted more money. Figures. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good brand though. The one you just mentioned. That's a good brand. You know, I hear that you want to, when it comes to skincare and all that, you want to be careful because, you know, oftentimes products that are pretty on the outside have cute containers and all that. Beautiful, shiny colors, sparkly. You want to beware because sometimes they're not all they're cut out to be. And you want to kind of aim for the boring looking products like Nutra and Sarah, and I'm not sponsoring them, but those are good ones. I didn't say the whole name of, you know, it's like, but maybe I'm able to tag products and advertise them now, so I'll start doing that stuff. You know, that's so much harder than it looks. I'm not all that good at advertising things. I stutter. I have to start over a bunch of times. I have awkward pauses, and I mean, I can edit them, but often like the editing feature is so finicky that I end up messing it up altogether. So like, yeah, I need some practice with that for sure. I just started doing that. It can be fun because I only advertise products that I actually like, you know, that I actually really like. I'm not gonna deceive people because, I mean, yeah, I can see how that would kind of make me lose subscribers, you know, if I were to have someone, you know, inspire someone to buy something that wasn't all what it was cut out to be. And I mean, we're all different. We might experience certain products differently, but I find that, for instance, that purple hair oil serum that I use is really nice, and I will showcase that in one of my videos, and because yeah, it's one of my favorites, man. The scent is gorgeous. Nobody talks about how annoying editing is, or how many crazy options or products they have in stores for women. Yeah, it's a money trap and impossible to navigate. I get lost and scared and usually run. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But if I find a product I really like that seems to be working for me, I stick with it and I look at the ingredients. I do research on it. Like for instance, when you're having those mushroom supplements like the chaga and all that, lion's mane, you want to get them with the fruiting body. I didn't know that at first, so I wasted a little bit of money getting the stuff that was useless. Basically, the stems. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the difference between, I mean, bagged tea at least tastes good, but it's not as beneficial as loose leaf, you know? I'm guessing that a lot of bag tea is just the residue that they scrape off the counter. Kind of same thing kind of goes with getting good weed, you know? Like you can get the good bud with the beautiful crystally trichomes on the surface, or you can get the shag or whatever it's called, which isn't as good. Hashish. Swag. Swag. Do you know what? I'm going to comb it with this first. Get the tangles out. Wait. Stop. It depends on my mood. If I'm out walking through the woods, I'd prefer a sativa actually. If I'm, you know, engaging and being active, I'd prefer a sativa. But before bed, yeah, the IND, yeah. I actually slept a lot better last night. Man, I slept like a baby. And that's because I sincerely was sleep deprived. That's why I slept like a baby. And I actually had a dream. Heather, I don't think you heard about my dream, but I had a dream that Shando was in it. It's the first dream I've ever had with Shando in it. I had a dream where Shando and I were in a video game. And I had to use the T-detect console command to escape the bad guy. And then I got woken up because Shando had to go potty. And I know what time it was. It was between the hours of like 10:30 I fell asleep and midnight. So like that was only within 2 hours I managed to fall asleep and dream, you know? And it's just so amazing how it feels like a dream takes an entire day sometimes. It feels like a day's worth of sleep. But then you wake up realizing, oh no, I only slept for like 2 hours. It's crazy how we perceive time, you know? I don't think I have sleep apnea. I've always struggled with insomnia since I was a kid. Like, my mind just doesn't shut up most of the time. But I feel a lot better today. I'm just having my second cup of coffee, actually. I just can't sleep. I've always had a hard time. My mind just doesn't shut up. My head. My brain. My body will be exhausted. But I just have restless thoughts. I was able to calm down last night, though. I felt pretty satisfied. But the thing is, I was super sleep deprived. I needed it real bad. Actually, I want to dream and improve my REM sleep, so I'm not going to smoke weed right now. How come it's every time I smoke weed, and it's obvious on my live stream that I've smoked weed, I get criticized for it by, like, so many people. But then, if I don't, if I say I'm taking a break from it for my motivation, for my my REM sleep, or anything for that matter, because I smoked it all the time till I was practically a numbskull. You know, like I just had fog brain all the time, could not coordinate words correctly. people tell me, go smoke weed, smoke weed, smoke weed, smoke weed. It's like, just let me do what's right for me, okay? I'll ask the doctor if I have sleep apnea. I don't think I do. I mean, isn't that like, I don't know. Let me look that up. Let me look it up. See what the symptoms are. Because I know my dad has sleep apnea. Could be something that runs in the family. I could have sleep apnea, actually. I thought about it. But I'm also just, my brain didn't shut up. Let me see. I thought I was like breathing issues or something when you're asleep. Sleep apnea is a common, serious disorder where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, leading to low blood oxygen levels. It causes loud snoring. I don't snore, guys, by the way. I don't snore. That's been confirmed by every guy I've slept with for long periods. It causes loud snoring, gasping for air. I never do that. And severe daytime fatigue. I just have daytime fatigue when I don't get any sleep, when I stay up too much. And oftentimes I'm browsing the internet a little too much to be honest. Like, I have a hard time putting my phone down sometimes. I think that's an issue a lot of us have these days. But when I turn on, I have to listen to something as I sleep because my mind needs something to latch to and to sort of be, meditate on. So I find that listening to someone with a very calm voice really helps me. Like, what's his name? Terrence something. The guy one of the narrators from Horror Shorts Party. So one of my favorite YouTube channels, actually. It's really, he has a very soothing voice. Let me see. Horror Shorts. His name is Terrence. Yeah, Terrence Nicholson, man. Love that guy. Okay, loud snoring, I don't snore. Gasping for air, I mean, once in a blue moon I'll snore a little bit and then it'll stop. Gasping for air, yeah. The main types are obstructive, blocked airway, and central brain-to-breathing muscle signal failure. Treating includes CPAP devices, lifestyle changes, weight loss. I definitely don't need that. Or oral appliances. Symptoms: loud snoring, no. Waking up, gasping, or choking, never do that. Morning headache, I don't have morning headaches. Dry mouth, nope. And excessive daytime sleepiness. No, not really. It's only when it's only when I've only gotten 3 hours of sleep, and that's just because I don't fall asleep, because I'm like thinking about things too much and watching too many videos, or I can't put my phone down. I have to watch this interesting thing. I was the same way when I was a little kid. Like, we'd have a TV in the living room, and sometimes I'd fall asleep to that. Not all the time, right? But every now and then we'd all be sitting in the living room watching TV, having movie nights, especially when we were sick. When the kids were sick, we'd be allowed to sit around, watch Cartoon Network. And I always had to finish what I was watching. I always have to finish it. Like, I can't just set it aside for later. I gotta finish it. I have to see what happens at the end, you know? Oh, man. Pooped in the bed? Dear Lord, the poor thing. Yeah, I only sleptwalked when I was a little kid. I don't remember the last time I ever sleptwalked myself. When I was a kid, I remember waking up somewhere else, but I wondered if someone put me there. But no. I remember there was like maybe 2 times in my life that I remember sleepwalking. That was when I was little. I think it might happen more when you're a kid, maybe. This is not smoke, it's vapor. And it's 5% or less nicotine. And I was a pack-a-day cigarette smoker. It's called damage control. Oh, people say that. You know what? You know, I mean, I wish I'd vape less, but it's one of those things. I'm trying not to put all my eggs in one basket. It's not a good idea either. It's not a good idea to go to, you know, try to overachieve, and then it's like you set unrealistic standards for yourself. I'm not doing things because people tell me to. I'm making changes because I know I have to and I want to. It's crazy how some people don't realize that demanding that someone does something is going to make them do it. Like, especially when they do it all in caps. You know, when they demand it all in caps. It's like, stop that. You think that makes me want to stop? Oh no. It makes me want to blow it in your face, bro. It's ridiculous. It's foolish. And this is some LED. Let's see. Let's see if these brushes are, excuse me, are actually effective. I wonder if they're actually effective. I looked this up once, but didn't really go into much detail. Oh, red LED brush is effective. Red light brushes. Red light hair brushes generally work to improve hair density, thickness, and strength. I don't use this every single day, but I wonder if it has helped my hair, because my hair is a lot stronger and a lot thicker than it used to be. But I do also do like the saw palmetto, horsetail, and biotin and keratin hair treatment supplements. By using low-level light therapy, LLT, to stimulate follicles at a cellular level. Studies show that they are safe and effective for treating male and female pattern baldness, with visible results often appearing after 3 to 6 months of consistent use. Huh. I wonder how effective this one is, this brush. I mean, it was gifted to me. I don't know what the quality of this thing actually is. Because if I were to buy one of these, I'd invest in something that actually really works. It's one of those things I'd really regret getting something that doesn't actually work well, but it produces a pretty good light. Oh yeah, I only use shampoo like once or twice a week, honestly. I don't use shampoo much at all. I sometimes get my hair wet, but sometimes I just leave a shower cap on, oftentimes. I would say I wear a shower cap at least 3 days per week. I don't wash my hair every day. But if my hair starts to look a little bit greasy or dirty, or if I've been on the train and I've been out all day long around strangers and stuff, I'll wash my hair. You know, that sort of thing. I've been watching you like 3 weeks, and I can tell how much it's grown. Nice, nice. That's satisfying to see progress, because man, I haven't grown out my hair like this since I was like 17 years old. I always had like a pixie or an inverted bob, or you know. I'm really satisfied with how healthy it's looked at. It's never looked this healthy, actually. That's because when I was 17, my eating disorder was really bad. In fact, at 17, I was developing bulimia too, but that was very short-lived, like I said. I actually did some research about bulimia. I saw some very graphic images of someone who actually passed away from it. They were leaning over their toilet. All the blood rushed down to their lower extremities. And it was so disturbing that it made me stop doing that. That could have ended me. Because once my gag reflex failed, I started using other very dangerous methods to try to get it out. It was desperate. It was hell on earth. Hell on earth. The most unhappy period of my life, I might even add. One of the most unhappy. I would say the most depressed, certainly. Like it was a terrible place to be. And it's very sad that a lot of very young girls fall into that habit. Very sad. But yeah, I don't have that anymore. Don't worry. I can't even imagine. Oh, I don't want my throat to hurt. I don't want it's like it made me feel sick all the time. I was never overweight, but I had a controlling mom, and I needed to find something to control. That was the thing. I felt like I had no control. Also, I was worried that I would get fat. You know what's interesting? They say that when boys develop eating disorders, it's usually because they used to be fat, and they were bullied in school or wherever, and then they start to, try to lose weight, and they go too far, and they develop an eating disorder. Oftentimes with girls, which is like 85% of people who have eating disorders, or something around there, because I think a lot of boys just don't disclose their issues as much as girls do, so there may be a lot more boys than we think. But oftentimes it's like a girl is worried that she's gonna get fat. She was fat before or she was skinny before, but she's worried that she's gonna get fat. I was like a teenager. I was a kid in the 90s and a teenager in the early 2000s. So yeah, I mean, just imagine. I go into a store and a small size, a very small shirt would be listed as like a size large. And also I heard people talking about Slim Fast all the time, talking about losing weight all the time. My grandma always talked about losing weight. My mom always talked about losing weight. My mom was pregnant a lot, so she was always trying to lose weight. And and I remember when I was like 20, even younger, actually, no, sorry, 18. I had a friend whose mom would say to me like, "Oh, I remember I used to be skinny like you." Like, a lot of women talk that way. Like, older women said stuff like that to me. Like, "Oh, I remember I used to be like you. I used to be skinny like you. You remind me of me when I was younger." Like, and they would say things that sort of implied or really implied that one of these days I'll look like them. And I was super scared that I was going to look like them. Like, even my mom talked like that, like, kind of made me feel like one of these days I'm going to look like her. Or like if I ever get pregnant, I'm going to be super, super, super overweight. Like, I was terrified that I would end up like that, you know? And I know that's wrong, but like when you're a kid, you can't really, you know, that's an eating disorder mindset, it's and it was hell, you know. It was hell on earth living with that. But yeah, people, certain like women, made me feel like one of these days I'm gonna be fat, and it's inevitable. Like, oh, I used to look like you, but then I had kids, or once I hit 30, I thought I'd be fat by the time I was 30, and I'm 35, and I'm eating really healthy and regularly. So yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes everyone gain weight, but I read somewhere that some of the weight goes to like is the placenta, water weight, etc., 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 and an average a woman of average weight should only like gain between 25 and 30 something pounds if she's of actual fat if she's pregnant, you know. And with my mom, it was like super easy to lose the weight of the first two babies, but then she always said that like with the third baby, aka me, it was like impossible for her to get her body back. Which, you know, it's like, how's that supposed to make me feel like it's my fault? She's trying to make me feel like it's my fault. Seemed like that. Yeah. Yo. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just really gonna try to walk a lot. I walk a lot. I love walking. Not when I'm doing this, obviously, but otherwise I'm always running around doing chores, walking, taking the dog out, you know. I'm always active. This is like the only time I ever sit around, to be honest. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, I'll watch a movie. I don't watch many movies, you know. Hi there. Hi, Kim. I like the last name Hansen because Chris Hansen. I'm a fan of Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen is my type of man. He's a hero. We need more people doing what Chris Hansen does. Exposing creeps and losers. Real losers. This eyeshadow is called Bottle Green. I like that, bottle green. It's a cool color. I don't think Chris Hansen got, but I haven't watched him much. I thought he was doing that True Blue channel. I mean, he's continuing to save lives, I thought. Let me see. To save young children from predators. Let me see. To Catch a Predator. I'm talking about To Catch a Predator. Let me see. Chris Hansen. You know what? Didn't he, like... Wasn't there something that had to do with larceny or something? It's nothing, like... I thought he was let off, like, the hook there. Let me check. Let me check. Chris Hansen. That's gonna make me very sad. Especially if it has to do with what he does. If he's being a hypocrite, I'm gonna be mad. And I don't think so. I don't think he is. So let's not start spreading rumors before we know for sure, man. Like that's no. Let me see. That would be really disappointing. I doubt it. Okay, key scandals and legal issues. Yeah, bad checks and larceny charge. Okay, allegedly. But yeah, 2019. He was arrested for writing bad checks to a local vendor. He allegedly owed roughly $13,000 for promotional merchandise, mugs, t-shirts, decals, ordered for his failed Hansen vs. Predator web series. He turned himself in, but the charges were later dropped after he paid the debt. Okay. Huh. That's, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, there's nothing else. Nothing else, guys. That was the only thing. Okay, wait. To Catch a Predator controversies? Even during his time at NBC, the show faced intense scrutiny over its methods, with critics arguing it was entrapment. The 2006, SCUICIDE of Texas prosecutor. Yeah, one of them ended themselves after that. But you know what? Like, these people need to be exposed. People have been letting predators like that off the hook for way too long, giving them very lenient sentences. And I just think that is really messed up because you know what, they get out and they commit the same crime again and again and again and again and again. You can't fix these people. Not only that, but some people on the far left wanted to make like minor attracted persons a thing, allegedly. No joke. I should always say allegedly when I talk about stuff like this, but yeah, because I don't want to get like in trouble. But yeah, it's really messed up. That's the, you know, it's one of the, I think it's like damaging. You ruin a child's life, man. Like these people ruin lives and they're just let off the hook so leniently. It's disgusting to me. Their crimes are so heinous that even people in prison beat them up, you know? Like, even prisoners you know, give them their due justice. I mean, karma or whatever. Yeah, basically. So yeah, let's not spread any bad rumors about Chris Hansen. I love Chris Hansen. No, we're not perfect. Like, you know, a lot of us here are addicts or former addicts. And, like, I'm sure a lot of us here have done bad things with, you know, money and stolen or whatnot. Fortunately, I didn't have to do that when I was a heroin addict. You know, I worked at this local cafe where I could go in the back room and shoot up. You know, it's like, it was unconventional. And I made just enough money to support my habit there, which was, you know, not a good thing. If I had, you know, lost that job a long time ago, I probably would have been clean sooner, you know, which that's kind of messed up. But I ran into some unsavory people at that place. I ran into some good people I'll never forget, and some pretty bad people too. You know, or not. I wouldn't say bad people, but um, not a good crowd. Not good for me. Not a good influence. Hello. I don't think most religions harm children. I think there are bad people who slip in and they think, well, no one will ever suspect a thing because this is like, you know, people expect me to be good and do good. You know, that's a thing. Like, you see it with a lot of teachers. You see it with like people who work on children's sets, like Nickelodeon, and you see it with some pastors and some priests, because they're bad people, and God warned about you know, like bad people slipping in and using the faith for bad, or you know, all this other stuff. Like, don't believe false prophets, or don't believe, you know, priests and people with bad intentions, or popes even, that some of them are bad. Like, they slip in through the cracks thinking that no one's ever going to suspect a thing. No, those people are evil. Don't get it twisted. Anyone who defends them is kidding themselves. And they're also just, it's willful ignorance at this point. Yeah, it can fuel hate over something with good intentions. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes it so that people generalize and judge religion as bad when it's that person who is a bad person and who should get kicked out immediately. That's no different than saying, like, oh, just because this cop committed brutality means that all cops are bad. It's super close-minded. And it's an excuse. to hate on a group, you know, that you just don't agree with. One person does something, they give the whole organization, community, or whatever a bad name. And I just think that's so messed up. It's not black and white, guys. It's not black and white. Thank you, Heavy Man. No, I'm not high at all. Got some in my eye, though. Jeez. Are we not allowed to have personalities or something? Why are you accusing me of being high? I don't look high at all. I literally have something in my eyeball. Good evening. Hi, wonderful horseshoe. Yeah, I know, right? Well, he messed it up quite significantly, man. There's been a lot of crime. There's been a lot of terrible things that have happened, absolutely. But we're fixing it. Yo, sirs. Hi. Oh, by the way, guys, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't thought about it. It's so very much appreciated. Let's get this thing going. Exactly, Heather. Exactly. Why people can't seem to get that and be all like, we're supposed to all be kumbaya. Meanwhile, there we have people being Gangra, you know, R-worded by people who've been dumped on our country because they don't want them in their country. And they conveniently leave out the word illegal, of course. It's a crime, regardless. Doesn't mean if it's like, you know, it doesn't matter if the person's good or bad. If they come here illegally, they've committed a crime, they can go back to their own country, file all their papers, and come back here legally if they want to. But some people just don't respect us enough to do that, I guess. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Heavy Man. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. There's some people just doing everything they can to not be exposed. I mean, like, even Hollywood, man. Like, there are people in Hollywood who championed for Kamala, and obviously it's because they don't want to be exposed. Like, a lot of those people had something to do with Diddy, Epstein, you name it. And they're all trying to make it seem like Trump had anything to do with Epstein. Of course, he's been in photos of him because he was a socialite, and once he found out that what Epstein was about, he was a whistleblower and tried to expose him. He mentioned, like, oh, you know, what he was, and they tried to blackmail him and get rid of him. Trump, namely, they tried to get rid of Trump. That's why he's mentioned in letters, because he's been blackmailed. But of course they don't, you know. If it was one of their people, they would have been pointing the same thing I'm pointing out. But, like, instead they want to make it seem like he had anything to do with the island. In fact, and there is evidence that indicates that he was never on that island. And people, like this one celebrity, I forget what her name was, but she's always bad mouthing Nicki Minaj now. but she literally called Trump a predator, like a child predator. And now she's getting sued. Good. Because that's not, there's no evidence to indicate any of that. There is evidence to indicate that Trump tried to expose Epstein and all these people for what they were doing to children. There's evidence to indicate that Trump tried to protect children from these creeps, and that they tried to blackmail him and get him, you know, offed for it. Careful about what I'm saying here. Doesn't mean I agree with everything he says, like Trump, but, or, you know, or does for that matter. But, that he certainly is not what people are accusing him of. And lies are not okay. Slander is not okay. I think that's probably one of the worst sins you can commit, is lying about someone. You know, it's like bearing false witness against your neighbor. It ruins lives. Yeah, my dad once told me I had a strong neck, too. See, I have strong arms. Yep. Yeah. And I mean, I think he could have handled the files a little better, but I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know, like, all the national security, you know, details. You know, it's like, what, I'm gonna try to have a little faith in that, but yeah, just, I wish they just release them all, man. I understand some things have to be redacted, but why are there whole pages that are redacted? Like, I wonder, like, what, of course we're all going to be a little curious about that, but there are lots of pages that are just flat out redacted, just black. Why even release them then, you know? Why release the, you know, it's like, what's the point? I don't know. They did redact the victims. They did not redact the predators, actually. They're, you know, they show Epstein's face. They show Ghislaine Maxwell's face. And there's this one video that Blair White shared, you know, that's from the files, where Epstein is chasing these, and his face is exposed, and Ghislaine is like, or someone is videotaping it. And there's all these little kids, very short people, like, and they're all like redacted and like the black, you know, block, and they're just running around the kitchen with like Epstein chasing them and being, ugh, God. And there's this one where Epstein is like massaging this little girl on his lap, and she's redacted. You can tell by her, like, her whole face is redacted, and you can tell by the body that it's a kid. No, the victims are certainly only the victims are redacted. Or, I don't know, there might be like, let me see. I'm not sure. Like, I know that the victims are all redacted, but there could be like some national security details that they've redacted too, which I don't know anything about. Yeah. Redactions in the Jeffrey Epstein files primarily conceal the personally identifiable information, PII, of victims, minors, and names under active investigation. People who are under active investigation. So if it's anyone who's under suspicion, or, you know, they just want to make sure that they're not like exposed, like hurting someone who might be innocent. They're under investigation, and I don't know how long that takes, But yeah, it's one of those things. It's very sensitive stuff. You don't want to ruin an innocent person's life, right? So, um, victims, minors, and names under active investigation were covered by protective orders. Roughly 200,000 pages contain redactions for privacy, attorney-client privilege, and in some cases to protect individuals in sexually explicit, potentially non-consensual material. There's victim privacy, of course. There's privileged information, which is material covered by attorney-client privilege and grand jury confidentiality. It's frequently redacted. Politically exposed persons, while many names are public, some names of influential politically exposed persons have been redacted, prompting scrutiny. Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with that. So I don't know what the ins and outs are and why they do that. Electronic SEXUAL. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Content. The SEXUALLY explicit videos and images were redacted, of course. Though some were mistakenly released without redaction and later corrected. Technical redactions are often marked as DOJ redaction, with audio files using a solid tone to mask names. Disinformation risks. Some online claims suggesting that AI can remove these redactions are often hallucinations and unreliable. Despite these redactions, the files have revealed numerous previously known and unknown high-profile individuals. Yeah, like the Clintons. I'll be right back. Come on, come on. Don't want the cat to come in. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Wait. All right. Ooh, butter. I'm gonna get some more butter. I'll be right back. Hi, hi, hi. I'm back. What are? Oh, yeah. Huh? Um, I, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far into it. Falling Angels roaming the earth. I'd have to look into that, actually. Yes, it is a mason jar. Ah, Mason. Yeah. We had a pug named Mason, by the way. When I was a kid. Pretty much throughout my entire childhood, really. He was born in 1997. Oh, man. No, I was born in 91, actually. 1991. I'm not. At all, actually. I feel like I have a minor cold, though. There's something going around here. Like, kind of feels like it's like off and on. I don't get colds very often, so it's gotta be some type of, I don't know. No, I'm good. But yeah, it's funny how people encourage me to smoke weed all the time if I'm not smoking, and then criticize me if they think I've been smoking or if I have been smoking. Yeah, it's like people always have a problem with something, right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Especially if you're female. Gotta drink more water. Matthew chapter 12, verse 43 mentions unclean spirits passing through dry places, seeking rest, often interpreted as wandering the earth. Huh, that's scary. I know, exactly, heavy man, exactly. I think you should just be happy in your way, ignore the pushes of things. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. I've got tired eyes because I woke up at like 9 or 10? 10 o'clock, actually. 10 o'clock today. And that was the first night of sleep, like thorough night of sleep I actually even dreamed that I've had in a long time. My baby. What's my dog looking at? He's looking at what dogs look at, guys. He's looking at the neighbors. Of course, there's gonna be a whole bunch of religions. Countless. But, I'm Catholic and I'm a proud Catholic. Sue me. Good grief, man. Chando's turned 3 the same month that I turned 35. Hello, hello, hello. Goodness, baby. He's such a sweet boy. Want to see his face, guys? I'm a dog. Herpity derp. Baby, tired. Tired. Baby. I hope you don't have a cold, too. There's something going around. I think my dad has a cold. Oh yeah, that fresh air is nice. It's getting a little bit chilly though. Yeah, I have tired eyes, okay? You know, if I'm not doing this, and I know it's hard to fathom I have a life outside of this, but I do a bunch of chores. I clean. I take the dog for a walk. I just move, doing all my tasks and stuff. Oh, Shando looks tired? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, he is tired, boy. Tired eyes. Yeah, he's falling asleep. Let him rest. He looks very cozy, though. Baby. Don't need a scarf with those jowls. You certainly don't need a scarf with them jowls. Oh, that water makes me chilly. I'm gonna close the window. Oh, I know. You know what I really like, guys? Nasal spray. Almost completely clears my sinuses. I got like sinuses today. Hi. No, Shando's 3. I'm 35. Duh. Duh. Duh, troll. Did you say you were 3? Because, man. Wow. Okay, anyway. Dear Lord. I think we should read a short story, you know? Should read some short stories. Some Native American short stories. Because those are fun. And they're very short. I mean, they're not like, some short stories are like 5 pages. They can even be 10 pages. These are like 3 pages. Even 1 page. And they're very fun. Yeah, I'll share some of those with you as soon as I fix my hair up here. This makes my hair kind of look more lush. I think it's nice stuff. I'm not sponsoring them right now, but maybe I will in a different video. Thing is, the roll-on, you need to kind of apply a lot. They say be generous, but it's like, I don't feel any come onto my head. Okay, actually it does go on. It does go on nicely, just I don't really, gotta make sure it touches your scalp more than your hair. Yeah. Maybe you gotta go slow. Slow and steady wins the race, they say. I'm loving the color mauve these days. Mauve, teal, amber. Those are my favorite colors. And I like, in terms of just like clothing and such, I like denim. And brown. Someone told me I looked good in brown. A rich, cool brown. Hey, Airheads, I am, oh, I love those candies. I am 3 years clean. 3 years clean as of February 28th. So just keep trucking, man. Just keep going. You can do it. If you're, you know, to all of you guys who are struggling with addiction, if I can do it, you absolutely can. You will feel so much happier. You just got to be patient and you have to work at it and know that your dopamine receptors will revert back to normal. They will. Especially if you practice the things you love to do, even if you don't feel like doing it. You know? Work on your health. Work on your nutrition. Work on exercise. Work, find something meaningful and purposeful and stick with it. By the way, I do have an appointment, so at 2 o'clock, so I do have to end this live stream right before then. Oh, man. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Awesome. June 23rd will be my 7th year. You look good. Thank you. And good for you, man. Keep up the good work. I would love to send you some of my artwork. Nice. Well, I have a Discord. I'd love to see some of your artwork. Oops. Yeah, you could join my Discord. I have it pinned right here. It's pinned. It's emerald underscore wing underscore 13473. That is my Discord. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. No. What do you mean? What's wrong, Heather? What's up with the no? Yes, bring back denim and 90s clothes. I agree. Grandma colors. I would say all the beige is very grandma-like. Cool. I was a heroin addict, James. I've been clean for 3 years. You don't like mauve? I love mauve, though. Dark mauve, though. I like dark mauve more than light mauve. Like a darker, like plum purple. And I like garnet. I like black cherry, you know? I like teal, like a bluish green. Oh, yeah, okay. Aw, thank you, Heather. I thought you were being like, no, not granny colors. You have to replace that dopamine fix with replacing it with something that brings you joy or enlightens your soul. Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna read a short story because these are insane in the membrane, guys. These are insane in the membrane. Let's read the second story. We've already read Rabbit Boy. We read that other one. I forget what it was called. Had some to do with the Ice Age and bringing the heat. Let's see. That was a weird one, that Rabbit Boy one. This one, okay. What was the Rabbit Boy one called? That one was called Rabbit Boy, and this one's called Blood Clot. That's interesting, because there was a blood clot in the Rabbit Boy story, too. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Manny. Okay, blood clot. Unlike the previous tale, Here the baby is born from a clot of buffalo blood and derives his power from the mighty buffalo tribe. Whew. Okay, let's see how long this is first. Okay, they're very short, very short. Long ago, a very old man and his wife lived alone and hunted for game, but it was scarce and they were hungry. One day the man discovered some buffalo tracks and followed them to the place where the animal had stopped. There he found only a big clot of blood, which he wrapped in his shirt and carried home. The old man told his wife to boil the blood, and she put it into a kettle and with water from the creek. But before it came to a boil over the fire, they heard cries inside the kettle. Oh no. The man ran up to it and pulled out a baby, a boy, a little boy, who had somehow formed out of the blood clot. The old couple washed the baby and wrapped him up. By the next morning he had grown much larger, and that day he continued to grow until he could crawl about by himself. The second day he was able to walk a little. By the third day he was walking with ease. The couple called him Blood Clot, Blood Clot, and came to treat him as their son. The old man had, sorry, getting distracted by noises. The old man made little arrows so that the child could learn to shoot. Soon Blood Clot needed larger arrows, and with them he began to hunt birds, and I can tell my eyes are tired the moment I start reading. The old man made little arrows so that the child could learn to shoot. Soon Blood Clot needed larger arrows, and with them he began to hunt birds and other small game. He never brought the game home himself, but sent the old man for it. One day Blood Clot returned from hunting and said, "I have killed something with a striped back," probably a skunk. The man went out and fetched an animal a little bigger than a mouse, which he cooked for the three of them. The next day the boy announced, "I have killed a white short-tailed animal." Probably a bunny. It was a cottontail, which the man also cooked. The day after that, Blood Clot went farther and killed a badger. "I have killed an animal in a hole in the ground," he said, and the man brought the creature home and cooked it. The following day, when the boy returned, he said, "I have killed an animal with black ears and a black tail." So to the old man's joy, it was a female deer. The three of them ate and were happy. Next, Blood Clot said, "I have killed a big fellow with big antlers." It was an elk. So again, the family feasted on meat. The old man, the old man gave the boy a full-sized bow and arrows, and Blood Clot went into the mountains and shot a mountain goat. "I have killed an animal with big horns in the mountains," he said when he came down. Every day, the old man said proudly, "He kills a different kind of animal." Now their troubles were over, and they had an easy time. Blood Clot killed a mountain lion. Then he tracked and shot an otter. "I have killed an animal with nice fur living in the water." The old man tanned the skin. Man, that smells good what my brother just cooked. The old man tanned the skin to make strings for tying the boy's braids. The following day, Blood Clot found a beaver. "I have found a water animal with a tail of this size." At last there came a day when Blood Clot said, "I want to visit the village where many people live. Before that, I will go on my last hunt for you all day and all night. First, I want you to tie up the tent, put rocks on the edge, and fasten the door, lest the night wind carry it away. Though the winds will be strong, don't go outdoors and don't be afraid. I will call when you can come out." The old couple obeyed, and he hunted all night while they were sleeping. About daybreak, they heard a big noise, forerunner of a wind that threatened, forerunner of a wind that threatened to tip over the tent. The man was frightened and wanted to go out, but the wife held him back, reminding him of what their son had said. When daylight came, they heard their son's voice. "Come on out. I'll show you something." They fastened the door and saw dead buffalo lying all around. "I have done this for you," Bloodclot said. "Dry the meat and hides, save the meat, and it will last you for a long time." The young man asked his mother to fix him a lunch, and she gave him pemmican. "Now my parents have plenty of food," he said. As he left, they cried and asked him to return. Wearing a buckskin leggings, carrying a quiver of mountain lion skin, Bloodclot began to travel. After a few days, he reached the village. At the outskirts, he asked for the chief's house, and a man told him, "It is in the center. It is in the center." There he found the chief with his wife and daughter. They invited him to sit down, and the chief asked him where he came from and what his tribe was. "I don't know what tribe I belong to. I have come to visit you," Bloodclot replied. The chief stepped outdoors and shouted to the people to come and meet their visitor. The villagers were starving for lack of game, but all gathered at the chief's house and sat down. The chief said, "Do any of you know the tribe of this young man?" People named the tribes: deer, elk, otters, beavers, and others. They asked him whether he belonged to any of these, but he thought not. At last, one old man said, "I think I know from the power in him, although I may be mistaken. I think he is one of the buffalo." Bloodclot thought about it and finally agreed. The people of the village asked Bloodclot to stay and marry the chief's daughter. He agreed to this as well, and the wedding was held. That evening, he asked his father-in-law to bring one arrow from the teepee. When the chief returned, Bloodclot told him to have all the teepees fastened and to warn the people that they should stay indoors, for there would be a great storm. The chief told the villagers, and at daybreak, when they heard a big noise, they cried out in fear, but did not leave their teepees. Then Bloodclot called to the chief, who came out to find dead buffalo before every lodge. At his son-in-law's bidding, he summoned the whole village for a feast, and all were happy. Bloodclot stayed there until one day when a group of villagers went out to hunt buffalo. Long before this, he had told his wife, "You know the buffalo calf? I am part of that. It is part of me, so you must never say the word calf." When the party killed the buffalo and were butchering, another herd came running past. His wife pointed and called, "Kill that calf!" Immediately Bloodclot jumped on his horse and galloped away, changing as he did so into a buffalo. His wife cried and attempted to catch him, but in vain. From that time on, Bloodclot ran with the buffalo. That's the end. That's one of the, some of them get way weirder than that, man. Some of them get way weirder than that. The second story will be called Corn Mother. Corn Mother. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That story did suck. That one did suck. I agree. Yeah, I agree. That one, that particular one did suck, but some of them can be kind of trippy. I know, that's like the worst name ever. It's gross. There's some of those stories can be pretty weird. Hi there. Absolutely not. Why would you assume that, Netter? If I had to claim one visual image that demonstrated my recovery journey, what do you think it would be? If I could claim one visual image, that's hard to delineate. Just persistence and loving yourself enough to change for the better. I don't know, man. Gosh, dude, that sucked so bad. It sucked so bad that so many people left too. Like, and I can tell. Like, I was like, should I continue? Well, it's 1.5 pages, so like, why not just finish? But it really was that was a bad story. That sucked. The USA. That's why I'm now leave it at that. Yeah, man. But some of the stories are kind of fun. They're just short, so. I love gaming. Yeah, I have a gaming laptop and I love to game absolutely, but I don't do it all the time. I'm not like every day. That's the thing, like I don't want to be like pretentious or anything, you know? It just is what it is. I just work at it and do my research and try to do everything I can to set my dopamine receptors right and take care of my health and do things I enjoy. Shando's asleep. Well, now not anymore. He looked up at me. You know, typically around this month I do get sick. It doesn't happen very often, but usually when I get sick, like a cold, it happens in early March or mid March, around that time. Could just be the weather's shifting, you know. No, I've never read anything by John Knowles, to be honest. Life's going good. I just have a little bit of a cold, which is why my voice is different right now. Absolutely. Doing great though. That's probably why I'm like one reason why I'm like breaking out. If it's not hormonal acne, it could be that. But yeah. What do I enjoy? Oh, I enjoy working on my health and fitness, and I enjoy makeup. I enjoy reading. I enjoy writing in my journal. I enjoy dreaming. I enjoy painting. I enjoy video games. I enjoy going on nature walks. I enjoy hanging out with my dog. Oh my gosh, so many things. Hanging out with my friends. I enjoy live streaming with you guys. And you know, I enjoy pampering myself and discovering new things that are fun, you know, learning new things. I enjoy journaling. I got a lot of journals. Okay, maybe I'll look into it. A separate piece. Okay, here. a screenshot of that. Cool. I'll check that out, sure. I don't know. I guess I recognize myself through my actions, you know? Actions speak for themselves. Not, you know. I mean, I may have good intentions, but it's not always, gotta be careful because what you want or perceive might not be what other people want and perceive, you know? So I'm, you know, careful about the things I say and do, you know? I mean, I think I'm a good person. I do what I can to help make other people's life easier. I'm pretty considerate, even when other people aren't. Certain people aren't all that considerate of me, really. Sometimes, like, you know, for instance, not cleaning up after themselves right after I've cleaned, that sort of thing pisses me off. But I don't really say anything because I know I'm not, you know, just gonna get argument. Least you could do is just put the dish in the sink to let it soak, so I don't have to scrub. Life is never normal, guys. But, you know, I have hope and faith and love, and I have my Shando, and I'm doing pretty well at this channel, and yeah, I gotta try to be a little more upbeat because when I get sick, it's like I start to feel a little ick. I can feel it in my voice a little bit. You can't, there's just certain things you just can't really delineate, you know? It's like people want answers. I don't have answers. I have theories, I have perceptions of things. And at that moment, typing, my foxes stole my plate. You got foxes? What? You got foxes? Don't those animals kind of piss everywhere and you can't even train them to not piss everywhere? Like, you find yourself being more of a people pleaser since your journey of recovery, or do you just have more of an empathy for people that are still hurting? Yeah, I guess it could be a slight combination of the two. I'm gonna need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom, Shando. You don't need to move. Use the restroom. Oh, you need to go out? Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. I gotta get ready for my appointment soon. Got about 20 minutes here. So, 20 to 15 minutes tops. Or no, how about 20 to 25 actually? Yeah. Yeah, I love humor. That's another thing that I enjoy is watching stand up or engaging in humor or, you know, I enjoy that. But it's got to come natural. It's like if I'm not feeling it, then it's hard to be funny when you're not like it's hard to be funny when you're put on the spot too. It's like tell a joke. It's like no, I can't do that. That's something that just comes naturally on the on a whim or whatever. Hey, Daddy, close the door. Sup? Hmm. Yeah, honestly, I don't really even feel like reading right now. I was having a hard time with that, actually. Just, I feel like I got a cold, unfortunately. I just, like, my throat kind of hurts. I need to get some Dayquil. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I told myself I'd do that like a week ago, and it's just kind of been off and on, you know. Could just be my really shitty sleep schedule that's kind of throwing my immune system out of whack, too. Did I get anything in the mail yet? For Shando? Oh, Shando's getting something today. He's getting some training TREATs and some coat joints, omega-3 fish oil supplements. Also good for his digestion and all that. Cool. Okay, but I gotta get some Dayquil. Not the NyQuil, simply, maybe I'll get both of them. Because it might help me sleep. But I don't want to feel groggy. It's a thing. Any one of those that'll not make me feel groggy. Here's something. There's NyQuil and Dayquil. Okay. Severe golden flu. Alright, that'll help. Add to cart. God, it's gotta be. No, come on. I gotta shop at Amazon Fresh. Huh. I don't know. Let's see. Go to Fresh Cart. Okay, let's just get rid of a few of these. Ooh, that's on sale now. Oh, it is okay, you know what? I'm not gonna get it though. I'm not gonna get more than I need. Delete. Yeah, I'm trying to save my money. Delete. Ooh, that's on sale. Delete. Delete. Okay. New thanks. New. Continue. Okay, let's see here. Continue. Oh, come on. Really? Really? Hell no. Gosh, they're charging me extra for like Amazon Fresh. Oh gosh, I didn't know. Come on. Does that constitutes as groceries? NyQuil? I don't want to subscribe to something else. Come on. I don't feel like going to the store today either. Oh, maybe. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Okay, my dad did say he'd get some for me, and he just never did. Oh, man. Okay, well, is there any way I can just not use Amazon Fresh to buy this? That's weird. No, just put it in. Okay. Alright, that's weird. No. Get off of that. Get off of that. Lame-o. It's like $500 for a whole cow of beef. Wow. Oh, that is a bad angle. No, my bad. There you go. Wowzers, trousers. Sorry about that. Let's see. Cold medicine. I'm just looking for cold medicine. Hey, baby. Oh, you see that? That was a terrible angle. I'm sorry. That's not good. I'll try to be better about that, guys. My bad. My bad. I try to be more conscientious about that sort of thing. Cold and flu relief. Fast active powder pack. No, I want Dayquil. NyQuil. And I don't want to use Amazon Fresh. Because then I have to pay extra. Huh. Okay. Ooh. This is all okay. NyQuil. Oh, that's children's formula. We don't need that. The power of comfort. Ooh, that one has really good reviews. I'll add that to the cart. Hopefully it's not going to give me that Amazon Fresh. Sheesh. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Proceed to checkout. Oh, come on. Okay, proceed to checkout. No, I don't need that. Are you serious? They're going to make me do that on Amazon Fresh crap? Oh, no. No, maybe not. Maybe it's okay. But they're having me verify my date of birth and all that shit? What? Hi. Sorry. I'm trying to get some cold medicine. That's all I'm doing here. And again, we are going to end the live stream soon, so please don't forget to subscribe, guys. I can't tell you how much that's... Oops. Oh, dear. I got to go get my portal and charge this thing. I can't tell you how much that helps. I'm sure you're aware. My bad. Hi, Varun and Drew. Does just as well. The children's formula. Okay. I don't have a driver's license. Oh, come on. Huh? Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, come on. I don't have a driver's license. Okay, wait. Passport? Oh, come on. I gotta do this. Okay, fine. Oh, this is so dumb. I mean, do I have to do this? What are they trying to make me do? Like, review items and shipping? Forget it. Forget it. Just Amazon Prime. That's all I want to do. I have Amazon Prime. Well, thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate that. I really do. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I don't feel very pretty when I'm oh good grief, Dylan Mulvaney. Oh please no. Please no. I do not look anything like that guy if that's what you're saying. Oh, oh, you God, so cringe. What a narcissist that guy is. He insults women left and right. I guess some people liked Dylan Mulvaney because they instantly left when I said that. Dear Lord, you know, like he's such a narcissist who says terrible, he's just. Here's the thing. He mocks women. He mocks women. He's a parody of what a woman certainly isn't. Like, makes us all look airheaded. He's disgusting. Can't stand him. Oh, thank you, Fixa. Thank you, Lisa. Walmart has a really good lemon ginger tea. It's good for your throat, especially with a couple teaspoons of honey. Well, we have honey. Okay. I haven't been to Walmart in such a long time. Oh, actually, the other day after I tried out for that interview, I went into a Walmart restroom just to use it, but I haven't gone shopping there in ages. In fact, you know, I don't think we really ever go shopping there. Maybe once I went in there with my dad, but that was it. There isn't even really a Walmart close by that I know of where I'm living. Hi, Robbie. How's it going? Just so you know, guys, I do have an appointment at 2, so I'm going to end this live stream soon. So please, please don't forget to subscribe. It's very, very kind and helpful. Yeah, you'd think you wouldn't need Amazon Fresh for it. Every time I try to get it, it goes to Amazon Fresh immediately. It's just annoying. Okay, well, here's some cold medicine. Maybe if I buy now. Buy now. Come on. Oh, come on. It goes right over to Amazon Fresh. Secure checkout. Why do I have to do this? It's like I have to verify my age, identification, and all that. It's really weird. Huh. Very strange. Okay, well, I'll put that information in and see if I can buy it without having to pay extra. Oh, yeah. Have a piece of gum. My boy. Okay. Okay, the USB. Come on. United States. Okay, what is the number on the thing? Sup? Sorry, bad angle. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, 1991 is when I was born. Okay. Cool. Oh, good. Good, good. Free shipping. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about one day. Okay. Well, that's okay. I want a free shipping, so. Alrighty then. Cool beans. Get my cold medicine tomorrow. It might even, you know, I got some Dayquil and NyQuil. Not NyQuil, but it's and I'm not sponsoring them, by the way. But I got got a different brand that seems to have much better reviews. And slightly better, at least. What does this do? Headache, backache, bloating, cramps, fatigue. I mean, that might help. I'll take some of that stuff. Sorry. I'm back. Put you over here now. Ugh, tastes like shit. At least they're pills, so I don't have to chew them. Just don't want to leave it on your tongue for too long. Yozers. Oh, thank you, face. NyQuil gives you terrible dreams. I don't know about you, but I enjoy having a nightmare or two sometimes. As long as it's not like a drug dream or something like that, you know? Or just a dream I feel like I can't escape from. I see it as more of an adventure. As long as I know I'm not, you know, literally dying, you know? Excuse me. Anyway, yeah. I've never had sleep paralysis either. I can imagine that would be scary. Ooh. Ooh. Speaking of which, I am stew. I want to make some of that, more of that sweet potato casserole next time I go shopping. Ooh, look at that. It's like I can't touch it. Gosh, okay. Ooh. Gosh, these are so strong. Strong. Gotta slide them, then pull them apart. Just. You had a few sleep paralysis moments, experiences. I mean, that's man, sounds so scary. Chloroseptic. Let's see what I got. Okay. Okay, guys, we're gonna end the live stream in about like 3 minutes or so. So just so you know, I'm keeping my eye on that time. Okay. I'm not sponsoring them, but I got Mucinex. Sleep paralysis, dude. I don't know, man. Dope. Feeling like you can't move while some skinwalker or demon is hovering over you. Someone the other day told me I had the coolest looking dog and that he looks exactly like Scooby-Doo. Not when you can't breathe, it's not. Oh, I can only imagine. Deputy. Are you a real deputy? Even your profile pic is like a deputy. That's funny. Oh, nice. I just want to let you know that you're beautiful. I have been clean for 2 years and it's worth gold. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We need more people here like you. Absolutely. And people who are passionate about getting better. Zoinks! Actually, I eat pretty well. And I hardly ever get sick. But when I do, it usually happens in March. I think it's the weather change or something. My immune system's struggling to compensate. Nice. Deputy. Have you ever seen Reno 101 or whatever it's called? I haven't seen it, but I've seen little clips and it looks funny. I like the original Scooby-Doo. I don't care for the newer ones. You know, they're not, I don't think the newer ones are that good, but I like the old ones. The old episodes of that cartoon from Cartoon Network. Oh, I'll check. Thank you, Jake. Thank you very much. And the Witch's Ghost. Oh, I saw that when I was a kid. When I was little, I liked that one where Shaggy became a werewolf. Oh, I eat eggs every day, practically. I remember when we were kids that we used to play Scooby-Doo, and I pretended I was like, we played the one where he was became a werewolf, and I wanted to be Shaggy, and my sister was like Freddy. And it's funny because that's kind of like her personality was more like Freddy in a way. Yeah, I love that when I was a kid. All right, guys, I got it in this live stream. I struggled with heroin addiction and cigarettes, and yeah. Anyway, I've been 3 years clean. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great day, evening, night, and yes, please don't forget to subscribe. I might be back. I'll probably be back actually. So we'll see. I'll take a little break, but I have to go to my appointment. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Heavy Man. Thank you, Fixa. Oh, thank you, Cat Fun. Thank you very much, Alpha04. Thank you, Todd Skaggs. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mandla. Take care, Deputy. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, July. Thank you, Heavy Man. Yes. Thank you, everyone I haven't mentioned. And have a good day, okay? I'll be back.